What's up, freedom fighters? I am super excited about today's video because we are going to be doing a case study on the top 3 Shopify stores of 2018. Something that I've learned in the last year of entrepreneurship is that you don't have to recreate the wheel. You just have to find who is the most successful in your niche and then recreate what they're doing and reverse engineer their business model. So today we're going to be jumping onto the top 3 Shopify stores. We're going to look at how they build their email list. We're going to look at their product listings. We're going to talk about strategies that you can start implementing into your store today. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can actually view the ads of these stores and how you can implement their strategies into your marketing. So if you want to be one of the top 5% of e-commerce sellers, then don't go anywhere because this is going to be a good one. I need you to use your imagination. I need you to use your imagination. All right, freedom fighters, so we're gonna jump right into this. Now, I've shown this trick a couple times on my channel before, but in case you're new here, welcome. I'm gonna go through this extremely quickly and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can find the top selling Shopify stores completely for free. So as you can see here on the screen, we are on Google right now and we're just gonna search for Shopify's IP address. And as you can see, it pulls up right here at the top. We're just gonna copy these numbers and then we're gonna paste them on a site called myip.ms. And then once you get to this page here, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna push other sites on this IP. And this is gonna pull up all of the top selling Shopify stores in order from the top. And so we can see here ColourPop is number 1, and I've gone on this page a couple times before, but we're gonna go a little bit more in depth today since we are doing a case study on the top Shopify stores. So all we're gonna do is we're going to just copy the URL, and then I'm actually gonna pull up an incognito window so that we see this store for the very first time so we can see what it's like for brand new customers that are coming onto that site. So right away you can see that they have a $5 coupon that pops up, and this is how they are collecting emails. So building out your email list is extremely important. I see a lot of people that don't offer any type of reward for someone giving their email away and they're wondering why they're not getting a lot of emails. You need to make this something that people want. As you can see here, it says, let's be friends, $5 off your first purchase of $10 or more, and then sign up with your email below. So I wouldn't normally do this just because I am a network marketer and so I know exactly what they are looking for. They're just trying to get my information and send me out email drips. But because we are doing a case study, I am gonna put in my email and we'll actually take a look at what that first email looks like. Now, you always want to sign up for the top selling Shopify stores email list, just because when you're building out your own email list, you can actually pull all of the emails from the top selling stores and you can kind of recreate your email list based off of their template. Now, I'm not saying copy and paste exactly what they have on their email list, but at least it gives you some type of template to kind of work and play off of. Now, these huge stores have massive marketing teams and professional people that write out their email drips, and so you can learn a lot from their emails and figure out what's gonna work for you, especially if you are in a very related niche. So we're gonna go ahead and enter in my email and we'll take a look at that after we look at the store and just to see kind of what they're sending out as soon as someone signs up for their email list. Now let's take a look at some of the stuff that they're implementing on their store that you can do on your Shopify store as well. So the first thing that you see at the very top of their store is free US shipping with code SHIPFREE, and this code is only running for another 2 days, 19 hours, and 27 minutes. And so they're using this form of urgency, pushing people to try to buy now, saying that they only get free shipping for the next 2 to 3 days, when in reality they probably almost always have some type of coupon code or discount for free shipping at the very top of their store, but someone that doesn't work in this industry wouldn't necessarily know that, and so it does create another form of urgency. And then the next thing that we see over here on the left is the collections that they have. So the first one is just shop. They have new arrivals, bestsellers, brow breakdown, and Disney designer. So they're running a couple of different things here. And so let's just click on the first one, shop, and see what we see. So they have everything organized based off of the type of makeup that they're selling. So lips, eyes, face, brushes, sets and bundles, collabs, swag store, and how to, and then sale at the very, very bottom. And so let's just click on one of these and check out some of their products. So they're organizing it by specific products. So if you're looking for lipstick, it's completely organized in its own page and category. It's not done just by lips. So that's something to keep in mind when you are organizing your stores. Now this store is obviously very built out and it's huge. I don't recommend having this many products on a store to start up with, just because when we are first starting out our stores, it's really important to test different products. And then once you find a winning product, then you can start to build your store around it. But it's gonna take a lot of products usually to find one that actually is scalable and that's going to be successful. So we're just gonna click on lipstick and we're gonna check out some of the products that they have and how they actually have their product listings set up. So you can see here there are filters on the left with all of the colors and the ratings. And so one thing that is really important to know is that most Shopify stores will organize their product collections with the most popular and the one that makes most sales at the very top. So this one here, this Scorpio Moon Cream Luxe Lipstick, has 4.5 stars, and this is one of their top products. And so let's read a little bit about how they have their actual product description set up. So it's very simple, but it does have a lot of description words. So it says, luxe it up, enrich with our luxe blend of hydrating butters. This creamy matte long wearing lipstick glides on the lips for intense pigmentation in shades made for every skin tone, right? So it's very descriptive. There are a lot of words that make this sound luxurious, right? They're saying luxe, they're saying hydrating and creamy, and all of these things that are gonna make people want to buy it. And that's definitely something that you should take note of when you're writing out your description. Make sure you're using lots of words that make people want to buy. It doesn't just say, you know, matte lipstick. It has a little bit more detail. It talks about what this does and why you would actually want to buy that product. Now, the descriptions are not as important as the images. So usually what people are looking at is the pictures, and so that's something that you absolutely have to have well done pictures. If you don't find good pictures on AliExpress for your products, then make sure you're buying that product, ordering it to your house, and then having professional pictures done, because that really does make a huge difference. So on the left here, they have Facebook, they have Pinterest and Twitter all set up with this specific product. If you click on Pinterest, it'll actually pin that specific product. So they're getting free traffic that way. And then let's check out some of the other images they have. So the first image is obviously this just very simple white background image with the product. And then the next one is this beautiful model, right? And they're actually showing in this third image what this specific lip color looks like for all of these different skin tones. And so it's making people kind of think about what it would look like on them and what it would look like if they actually bought this product. So that's really, really important and showing on the skin. And then this last one just looks like a very interesting, you know, little graphic that they had made, and they've got the scorpion, right? So they're kind of branding it in a specific way for like this certain type of woman that would wear this lipstick, right? So all things that are extremely important when you're setting up your product listings. And then if you come down to the bottom, it actually has all of the ingredients, it has application tips. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and they're really pushing that. You can see that that's one of the main things that stands out on this product page when you scroll down. And then when we come down to the bottom, they have a bunch of different influencers that they're using to push these products, and you can actually shop what those influencers are wearing. So if you are really into the makeup niche, maybe you know who these girls are, and so you want to be like them, right? And so let's say we wanted to see what this girl is wearing, right? This actually shows one of the Instagram ads that they have running, and then at the top here they have the actual palette that she's wearing, and they're actually pushing that Instagram ad. So that's another thing. We can look at these shout outs and these ads that they're running, and we can use their copy. If we're in that exact same niche, we can kind of play off of what they're saying on their Instagram shout outs, right? So when the light hits the glitter on your eyes just right, and they're using tons of emojis, and they've got all of the things tagged here at the bottom. So this is a really, really good Instagram shout out post. So when you start to push influencer marketing to your products, you know, use these as templates and play off of what they're doing, because again, this is the #1 Shopify store that's out there, and so if you recreate what they're doing, there's a good chance that you'll also be successful. So let's take a look at one more product. So here we have the element of surprise, and they're using these really beautiful, interesting names for their products, so it's not just purple color palette, right? Like, they're making this interesting. They have all of their reviews here. Again, they have, you know, great description that is selling the product. They have tons of images, all of the shades that they're using on specific skin tones. They have a YouTube video here. And then at the bottom here, they have a bunch of other products that are very related to the product that they're selling at the top. So if you're buying a makeup palette, then you're most likely going to be wanting to have a nice brush or maybe the matching lip stain or blush to actually go with the palette. So they've done a really good job of making this listing and pushing higher cart values. And then if we scroll down at the bottom, we just have a ton of 5-star reviews, and people love seeing 5-star reviews. And I won't say a lot of people go in and actually read them, but having these here is just more social proof that this is a great product. So definitely something to keep in mind with. And then let's just look at the homepage a little bit, because we kind of skipped past that, and see kind of what they have going on here. So the first thing they have is this best in browse. They're obviously pushing this. And again, they've got the free shipping code here. They've got these beautiful graphics that are really, really well done. So that's something to keep in mind. Maybe if you have a store with multiple products, maybe order those products and then have professional graphics made and have them all kind of put together nicely on your homepage. And these are all separated by collection, right? So this is the Disney and ColourPop collection. We had eyebrows here. We have bestsellers, right? So these are their top selling products. I do want you to recognize that these are all very different products, right? So they don't have 4 of the top lip glosses that are selling. They're selling different products from each collection. They have their trending looks with these models, and you can actually click on these and probably goes directly to those specific products that these models are wearing. And then again, shop the look. And then the bottom just has all of the very basic general stuff with all their social setup. So they're doing Facebook, they're doing Instagram, they're doing Twitter, they're doing Snapchat, and they're doing YouTube. So they have every single platform pushing traffic directly to their sites. So one other thing I want to show you before we leave the store and move on to number 2 is that if you go up to my bag and you start to fill out the checkout information, and we're not going to actually do this, but this is something that you should play around with on your own. If you put in your email address and you kind of go through the steps and you don't buy the product, but you start to fill out the form, they're most likely going to send you a follow-up email, which is considered an abandoned cart email. And this is something that we can do with our pixels. So you can actually create specific sequences using SendLane based off of the steps of your customer. So if they put an item into the cart but they don't ever see the thank you page, and that's pixel tracked, then you're able to send them an abandoned cart email. And so what you can do with these top stores is you can start to fill out the information and then don't do it, and then see what type of email you get back and set up your abandoned cart sequence very similar to the way that they set up theirs. All right, Freedom Fighters, so we're back on myip.ms. Let's check out the second store. But before we do that, I want you to take note that these top stores are all women's stores, right? So ColourPop's makeup, Fashion Nova is also women's fashion, and then Jeffree Star Cosmetics is another women's makeup line. I don't want to say women's, right, because there are some men out there that like the makeup as well, but the majority of people that are going to buy makeup are women. So keep that in mind, that women are going to be the most profitable customer because we're crazy, right? We love to buy everything. Like, we're the ones that do all the online shopping, and so that's something that you should think about when you are selecting a niche. So let's check out Fashion Nova. We're just gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna copy the URL and then we're gonna throw it into an incognito window and check out what they have going on. Okay guys, so here we are on Fashion Nova, and right away you see their email option that popped up, and this is actually something that is very similar to one of the apps that I always recommend called Spin a Sale. So basically you get to enter in your email and then you can spin the wheel of fortune and it gives you a discount code, and I absolutely love this. I've used it for a lot of my stores and it works so well because there's something about winning something that people love. They love that they get to kind of like play their chances and their luck to see if they can get, you know, the best code. And so it works extremely well when you are trying to collect emails. So definitely something I would always recommend using. So their main page has this really beautiful banner, and they are pushing fall collections, which makes sense, right? We're just leaving summer, and so they're starting to push the new line. They have the arrivals for night, so you can shop by occasion. You can also shop for men's fashion as well, so it looks like this is a women's and a men's site. And then they have Halloween, right? So they're also implementing in, you know, the seasons, and they're also doing different events and holidays that are coming up. I'm sure that come Christmas, they have a bunch of Christmas sweaters and weird stuff. I would imagine if they're doing Halloween, they've got something along the lines of that for Christmas as well. And then they also have, it looks like $5 and up. So they've got shop for curvy women, right? So they're making this store for not just regular women, right? It's for curvy women. They've got dresses, tops, and then shop now on the $5 and up category. They have a lookbook. And then below, they have all of their influencers that are wearing their lines. And this is something that you can do on your store. No matter what the product is, you can use your influencer marketing and you can add that on to your store at the very bottom to try to push people to buy what the influencers are pushing, right? So that's really interesting. Again, this store also has all their social media going, so that's something to keep in mind, right? So they've got Twitter, they've got Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, and YouTube. So they're literally pushing on every single platform that's possible. And so it's definitely something that once you have a niche, you know that your store, you know, has had some success and you're starting to build that out, then really start to push every single platform that you can. You know, Twitter ads could definitely be something to play around with. I haven't done a lot of Twitter ads for physical products, but I know they work really well for digital products. So something to kind of keep in mind when you are setting up your store. So let's just look at a couple of products. We're not going to spend a ton of time on this one since we did go pretty in depth on ColourPop, but we will go on to a couple product listings and see how they have them set up. So let's just do bestsellers and check out what their top selling products are. So it looks like the #1 top selling product is going to be these white biker shorts, right? And so let's click on these and see what they've got going on. So their descriptions are obviously a little bit simpler. The first thing you see here is the reviews, right? They have 980 reviews on that product, so that's huge, right? That's just pushing the social proof, and they're all 5 stars, so it's like people love these. They also have a bunch of different images here, very simple. They also have a lifestyle shot too, so that's something to keep in mind if you are in the clothing niche, that you should have a mix of not just the very simple product images, but also lifestyle images, because it starts to develop a brand for what type of woman or what type of man would use or wear this type of product. They have their Instagram feed right below the product listing. Now on the right, they also have, you know, get the look. So they have these upsells, right? So you can actually just add the entire look to the cart, right? So if you want to be just like the model, not just add the outfit, you can also add the entire look. And then if you scroll down a little bit, we have more outfits that are related, and it looks like these are all 2-piece sets and things that are very similar to that initial product that we were looking at. And then the bottom just has a ton of reviews. And they also have sale and last chance, and it looks like the sale items are separated not only by price but by category, right? So if you wanted to shop only sale items by $5 or $10, then you can do that, which is a really kind of good way to organize this stuff. All right, so the last and final store that we're gonna be checking out is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And if you've never heard of Jeffree Star, he's actually a huge YouTube influencer, and so I already know that one of his main sources of traffic that he's pushing to his Shopify store is through his YouTube traffic. And that's a way of pushing traffic that not a lot of people do. Obviously, it takes a lot of time to create this content. Like these videos I make you guys take me hours. But for a Shopify store, it's something that you could also do. So he does makeup tutorials on his YouTube channel, and that pushes people to his store to actually buy his products. So he's thinking really outside the box, and it's obviously paying dividends because he is the #3 Shopify store in the entire world right now. So let's take a look at what he's got going on his site. All right, so as soon as we get onto Jeffree Star's site, we see the free shipping on all orders over $100 first thing at the top of the page. And then he has this picture of him and these 3 gentlemen, right? So Jeffree Star is obviously a gay makeup artist, and so he is extremely appealing to the gay community. So unlike ColourPop, where it's probably a lot of women for the traffic, this store is very niche specific because it is opening up the audience to not only women, but to men as well. And so I'm actually really surprised that they don't have a pop-up that they are using right away to collect emails. That's something that I would think that he would be doing because, again, building your email list is huge, but obviously the amount of traffic that he's pushing from YouTube is doing enough for him and for his store. So let's check out what he's got. So obviously this is a little bit different of a Shopify store because it revolves around him as a character and as a brand. And that's something that, again, is really, really interesting is building your own audience as a character, right? And then you're able to sell just about anything in that same related niche. So let's see what he's got going on. At the top, you see homepage, media, shop, meet me, frequently asked questions, and then contact us. So it's set up around not only his makeup store, but also around him as a public figure. So because we are doing a Shopify tutorial, let's take a look at the store first. So as you can see here, he has his shop categories summarized as summer collection. So again, he is pushing seasons. And I guarantee you that within the next few weeks, this summer collection changes to fall collection, right? So he's got summer collection, eyes, highlighters, lips, fashion, and accessories. So he's doing a couple different things. And you know, we're not going to spend a ton of time again on this store since we already did do a makeup store, but we will take a peek at what he has going on for his actual product listing. So at the top here you see this really unique, crazy picture. Like, I don't even know what that is that he's looking into, but he's got, you know, really dramatic makeup. And then below we have all of his color palettes. And so he has a very limited amount of palettes, right? So it looks like there's only 4 palettes, which is something that I talk about a lot. When you're setting up a Shopify store, you wanna make sure to keep a limited number of products so it's not so many options for people, right? It keeps it simpler for people to actually make a purchase because they don't have to look at 10,000 items to decide what they want. They only have 4 options here. Looks like this one sold out, so they really only have 3 options and they either want it or they don't, right? So let's see what his product descriptions are like. So this seems like it's pretty simple, right? The palettes are a version of a neutral palette, endless possibilities to create and explore. Experience our 2 finishes, super mattes and metallics, 10 jaw-dropping shades, extreme pigment. And then this product is vegan and cruelty-free. So we're starting to see that the vegan and the cruelty-free thing is definitely something that a lot of stores are pushing, right? Because that's a niche within a niche, right? People that are vegans will only use a specific type of makeup. And so when you are putting products into your store, if you have something that you can push into that niche, I would always recommend it just because it's gonna make your targeting much more detailed. And it seems like almost all the stores, the very first image is gonna be just this really crisp, really amazing image that has just a plain white background. So this is what you're getting, right? It has all the colors. He has the case and then also the shades, right? And so I think that there is a lot that Jeffree Star could do to make his Shopify store better. But I think the reason why he is one of the top 3 stores is because, again, he has that YouTube brand with millions of subscribers. So if you guys like crazy makeup tutorials, you should check him out because he's actually really hilarious, and I'll throw him a little link down in the bio below. So you can kind of see how he's advertising his products for his makeup store through his YouTube videos. Now below the palettes, we see he has related products, right? So he has this transparent heart-shaped vinyl. So basically this is just a vinyl collector, right? So it's for his fans. And again, this goes back to him having this huge audience. So basically he's not only selling makeup, but he's selling merchandise under his brand name. And so it's obviously working really well for him. He's got grinders and a hand mirror and a little travel bag and all kinds of stuff. And then again at the bottom we see here he has the socials, so he's got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then YouTube, right? And then at the bottom on the right corner, we see that he has the newsletter sign up, right? So he's not pushing any coupons or anything to build his email list. He just has it at the bottom, and it's really not that obvious, right? It's something that if I wouldn't be looking through the store, I probably wouldn't be able to find it very easily. So again, I really think that there are a lot of things that he could do better on this store. I wouldn't use this one as my main focus if I was modeling success, unless you were modeling his actual process of creating this brand, right? Because YouTube has the possibility of opening up so many doors, and that's why I'm so grateful for every single one of you that watches my channel, right? Because without you, none of this is possible for me. And so I can't wait to kind of see where this channel takes me, right? We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and so it's gonna be really cool to see what happens within the next 12 months, and maybe some of you guys will look back on this video and you'll remember me saying this. But yeah, so here we got Jeffree Star. He's got the Meet Me page, and it seems like it's very simple, right? So he just has his events and the location. So a lot of things that could be better on this store, but it's definitely something to look at, because again, he obviously is doing something right if he is the #3 store in the entire world. So that's it, guys. Those are the top 3 Shopify stores. Now we're gonna go into the advertising and see what type of Facebook advertising these stores are running so that you can implement their strategies into your marketing. But before we do that, we're gonna jump on my email and we're gonna take a look at that email that we got from ColourPop from the beginning of the video when I signed up for their newsletter, so you can see what type of email automation they are sending out to their new subscribers to their newsletter. So let's do that, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, Freedom Fighters, so this is the email that ColourPop sent to me when I joined their newsletter. As you can see at the top, their subject line was "Welcome to ColourPop, here's your free gift." And then we see this image of these 2 girls. It says exclusive offer, first look at new products, and $5 off your first order, which was the discount code that they were giving to us for signing up for the newsletter. And we see the actual personalized code right here. It's valid for 7 days on orders over $10, one-time use only, and cannot be used with any other offer. And then they have a button, Shop ColourPop, that goes directly to their store. And then below that, they actually put the individualized collections that they have on their store. So if you wanted to shop for face products, eyes, lips, brushes, collabs, all of that stuff, they have the actual collection tabs on there as well, so you can go directly to that section of their website. And then they have all of their social media in case you want to follow them on any other platform. It says limited time only while supplies last. For full terms and conditions, click here. And then we have the unsubscribe button, right? So all of this is really great. And I would always recommend that when you are setting up your email automations, that you literally sign up for the top 3 Shopify stores, as well as the top 3 that are in your specific niche. Sign up to their newsletter. And this is something that it's gonna take a little bit of time to collect all of the emails. It'd be 2 or 3 weeks, right? But see what other emails they're sending out and what days they're sending them, what times they're sending them, and then look at what the actual copy of those emails is, and then use that to build off of when you're writing out your own email sequences. Okay, so tons of stuff you can learn there, and this is something I do all the time. Like if we went into my spam folder, you would see tons and tons of emails from all of these influencers and, you know, people that I'm trying to develop my brand just like, as well as Shopify stores that inspire me and do a really amazing job. The last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go onto Facebook, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can actually spy on other stores' Facebook ads and see what type of marketing they are using so that you can use their ideas and kind of play off of them to see success for your own advertising copy and images. So the way we do this is really simple, and we're gonna just use the 3 stores that we talked about in this tutorial, and I'm gonna show you the ads that they're running right now. So all you do is you just go on to Facebook and you'll just type in the name of the store, and then we actually go on to their page, right? So we see ColourPop. You come down to info and ads on the bottom left corner. And this is gonna show us all of the ads that ColourPop is currently running right now. So the first ad that you see here has multiple images. It says it's more than just a crush with this mixed finish bronzed up palette. We didn't just give you neutrals, we put this baby into overdrive, right? So sweet and short. They've got all of these images here in the Shop Now button, and they're showing multiple products, which is a really great way to run traffic because it's not just one product that you're advertising multiple. Below that, we have another one. It's very similar. Wake up and makeup. Warning, our cosmetics are highly addictive. So they're keeping their copy really short. They're using emojis, and they're doing all multiple products on almost every single ad that they're running. Here we have a video ad, which is a little bit different, right? The moment you've all been waiting for, and then it has this Zodiac collection palette, right? So very simple, again, lots of emojis, and this is a video ad, and in my experience, video ads work extremely well, and you can also run traffic based off of the amount of time that someone spent watching your video ad. So if you want to see a video on Facebook advertising that goes a little bit more in depth on running advertisements for your Shopify store, then leave the comment down below, and if I get enough of them, I will make it for you guys. But let's take a minute and just check out this video ad and see exactly what type of video they decided to do. So it looks like it's a really simple video, right? And this is something that you could very easily make yourself. So it's basically just a collage of pictures, and it runs and it goes through about 5 or 6 images and then repeats, right? So super, super simple, and definitely something that you could implement with your product, although I think that you could get a little bit more creative. But the best way to be successful with Facebook advertising is to test a ton of different things and find what works for you, and obviously this is working for them, so something to keep in mind. And we've got another video ad here doing the same thing. It's just changing colors, so very simple ad to make. And then the last one looks like it is an actual video ad. So it looks like it's just the models, and they are obviously showcasing these different colors of lipstick. And again, they have their call to action, which is always super important. You have to tell people what to do next, right? So they say shop now, and then they have the learn more button that clicks directly over probably to their store or to that exact product. So it goes directly to the lipstick collection of their page. So that's ColourPop. Let's take a look at Fashion Nova. Looks like there it is there. And we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go into Fashion Nova's page and then down to the left corner to look at info and ads and check out what they've got going on. Another important thing I want to point out really quickly is that when you do go on to Fashion Nova's page, they have this automated pop-up to message them, right? So this is a chat bot. So when I type hey, it's going to actually opt me into their chat bot, and you can actually set up automated messages using chatbots. And this is a really great way to keep bringing back customers. Doesn't matter what business you do, chatbots are a really cool way of communicating with people. And the cool thing about them is that the open rate for chatbot messages is crazy high compared to email marketing. And so if it's something that you don't fully understand, you don't know what it is, you have to look into it, and I'll be doing some videos on it in the future to show you guys how you can implement it into your business. But just know that it's something that you can also do for your Shopify store, not just personal brands. So it says, thanks for the email, babe. We're looking forward to assisting you as soon as possible. Based on the current volume, you can expect a response within 1 to 2 days, right? So it's just an automated email, and then if I did ask a specific question, then they probably have virtual assistants that answer those questions in the background. Now on their Facebook page, the banner is this moving video, right? They've got the 2 images that looks great, and that's something, you know, this is also something you can model success off of, is how they're setting up their actual Facebook groups and their pages, right? But we're just here to look at the ads today. So as you can see here, they're doing a lot of the same things that ColourPop is doing. They have multiple products here on this listing. It says 20% off for the next hour. Use code SAVE30 at checkout. Code expires in 60 minutes, so move fast. So they're running this ad and they're creating a sense of urgency to try to get people to buy now, right? You've only got 60 minutes, you get 20% off, go. So that's something that I love that, and I think that that is a really, really good way of getting traffic to your store and getting people to actually buy now. And it seems like they're doing this for every single one of these ads, right? So it's obviously not something that's just running for an hour. Like, they're running these ads continuously, but they're only showing up in people's feed for a certain amount of time, and it's telling them you only have an hour, right? Here we have 10% off, and so when you're writing out your copy, you can use these as examples, you know, to actually model your copy off of this. You know, you could do something literally almost exactly the same, but have your products rather than theirs, obviously. And then the last one we have, they're running in a men's ad, and same thing, you know, use code 30% off, and they have their call to action, shop now, that's gonna take us directly to the men's collection. So definitely some stuff that you could implement into your store here. And the last one we're gonna look at is Jeffree Star, and I'm actually really interested to see what he's doing, just because his Shopify store was set up so differently than most Shopify stores, due to the fact that he is more of a personal brand rather than just a store, and he has so much free traffic coming from YouTube. We'll see if he's even running Facebook advertising. If he's not, then someone needs to call him and start working with him, because that's a perfect client, right? He could definitely expand, but we'll see what he's got going on. So there we go. Like I said before, he's not running any advertising. And the reason why is because he has so much free traffic coming from YouTube that he doesn't have to run any paid traffic to get people to buy his products. Because he has so much free traffic coming from YouTube, he doesn't even have to run paid traffic. And so that's something, guys, that I really like. If you take anything out of this video, building a personal brand is incredible, because it's something that, like, people fall in love with you in any niche. Like, you can sell basically anything, and the traffic's completely free because it's all from YouTube, and people feel like they know you, right? Like, just like you guys are probably watching this video with me right now, and it feels like you're sitting in this room with me, right? And so Jeffree Star is doing an amazing job at that. And I mean, what's better than free traffic, right? He's the #3 Shopify store in the entire world and doesn't even run Facebook ads. If you are running any type of brand and you're really passionate about a niche, then look into YouTube, right? Like, I'm not gonna tell you these videos are easy to make, because I know personally that they're not, and they take a lot of time. But if you're passionate about what you do and you love the people that are watching you, they will feel that, right? And your brand will grow, and you'll be able to do whatever you want with that brand. So because Jeffree Star isn't running any Facebook ads, I do want to show you guys how he's pushing traffic to his store extremely quickly. So we're just going to jump onto YouTube, and I'm going to show you his channel. We're going to look at his description, and I'll show you how he's getting people to his store and making all of these sales. So one of these top videos we see, it has 2.8 million views. It was posted 2 days ago, guys. So let's take a look at the description in this video. And so there you go, guys. Here's his description. This is exactly how he's getting all this traffic to his store and making all these sales. One of the top links he has right here is shop, and it has a link directly to his cosmetic line. And so all of his traffic is completely free, and he's also probably running cards on his YouTube ads. So when you guys see videos and you see a little card that pops up on the right corner, that's also a link that's probably going to be directing people to the products that he's doing videos on, or directly to his store to buy cosmetics. So Jeffree Star is doing an amazing job. Again, that's more of a Shopify store around a personal brand, but super, super interesting, and definitely something that if you're willing to commit to it and put the time into it, is well worth it, because these YouTube followers, they're passionate and they love him. He has 10 million subscribers. So props to Jeffree Star. He's doing an amazing job. So that's it, guys. Those are the top 3 Shopify stores in the entire world right now. We went through their stores. We talked about emails. We talked about paid traffic. We talked about YouTube traffic. We went into so many things. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. And guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button down here in the corner. I put out videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and sometimes on the weekend when I'm feeling spontaneous. But until the next time, guys, I will see you then.